A Florida man wants to be entombed inside his boat when he dies. Yeah, I think this is how the ancient Egyptians did it as well. They had boat graves, did you know? They buried their boats with them. Pretty wild. See, because the Egyptians believed that in their heaven, they were gonna be able to have all their stuff. So they decided, let me put everything that I own in my tomb to take with me. That's why if you break open a tomb, an Egyptian tomb, you'll find things like boats and their clothes and their favorite Air Jordans. I'm sorry, I've gone on a tangent already. I haven't even begun the article. A Florida man wants to be entombed inside his boat when he dies. His name is Jim Tucker. He reckons that the boat in Santa Rosa Sound, where he spends his days, has about 1,000 years before it crumbles into dust. However long this boat lasts, when it does go down, Tucker will go down with the boat. He plans to be laid to his eternal rest in the bow of the now nearly century-old vessel, probably in a body bag encased in fiberglass inside a sealed concrete vault in the boat. He's really got this planned out. This guy's got some cash, too. If you got enough cash, you can make this happen, Jim Tucker. One of the questions you might have, Tucker said recently, is it legal? I don't know, Tucker, is it? Well, after spending about $1,000 on an attorney, Tucker has an answer, kind of. He says, there's no law against my spending eternity in the bottom of my damn boat. What he really means, though, after a little bit of probing, is that there are no state or federal laws against it. And he merely shrugs off any suggestion there might be some local legal impediment to his plans for his final resting place inside his beloved boat. I think I own the land that this boat sits in the water on. Wait, I can't wrap my head around that. I think I own the land that this boat sits in the water on. And besides, he says, the church next door includes a columbarium, which is storage for funerary urns. Okay. The story of the boat is woven into local history. Then they go on to tell you about his boat, who's had the boat. This boat's been around for 100 years. It's gone to like Venezuela. Now it's in Florida. Tucker bought it a few years ago. Had it towed to Florida. It has been my safe haven for 40 plus years, the 85-year-old said. It's a safe haven that Tucker freely admits that he needs as the personal ravages of a tough 22-year Army career bump up against his psyche. Most of my life I've been scared of something, he said, but I feel safe here inside my boat. All right, this guy's an Army veteran. This guy's an old man. He's been on his boat for 40 years. Let the guy die in his boat. Let him be buried in his boat. I'm totally cool with that. Look, give people what they want if they're not harming anybody. That's what I'm saying. As long as he's not chucking chum off the side of his boat and luring sharks to our beaches, I'm okay with it. Tucker began thinking about being buried in his safe haven a few years back, and after making some inquiries as to where he'd find one, he bought the vault. He already bought the vault! And he's had the vault delivered to his boat. So he's going to put himself inside a vault. As to when he might die, Tucker proudly noted that his latest medical checkup just days ago found him, quote, within normal range across a number of health parameters. But he laughed. He got a little worried when, after the exam, his doctor asked him to follow her to her office. In the office, she handed Tucker a Bible. For Tucker, though, religious faith hasn't been found in the Bible. Rather, he says he's glimpsed it on occasion, like in the silence between the sound of a mortar round launching from its tube and the moment it finds its target. Oh, that's a very dark dark quote. I thought he was going to say something about the boat. I thought he was going to say, I found it when I'm laying in my boat at night under the stars, listening to it the water lap against the bow. Oh, Tucker. Hey, man. It's your life. It's your death. It's your money. If you want to be buried in a boat, I'm all for that. Where do you guys want to be buried? You got some sort of special plans? Something weird, maybe? You know, if I could be buried anywhere, I'd like to be put in a vault and put inside the green monster at Fenway Park. That'd be the best. Oh, actually, cremate me and put my urn at the top of the green monster. I want it to be, when a home run comes, ding, and it hits the urn, you get a prize. Yeah, why not? That's how much of a Boston sports fan I am. Granted, it's not one of my best qualities, but yeah. I want to be in the green monster when I die. How about that? What about you? Something weird? Listen, if you got enough money, I bet you can do just about anything you want to do, right? Tucker's going to be a case for this. Oh, Tucker. I should reach out to him and get an interview. Maybe we can all go to his, I'll raise some money and I'll fly a bunch of weirdos and we'll go to his funeral on the boat. I'm assuming it's all going to happen on a boat. Then we'll party on the boat, and we'll crack the champagne bottle right on his coffin, and then drink in his memory. That's a happy Florida story. Weird but happy. I like the happy ones because you get a lot of just stories about, moral degradation.